How's it going, guys? My name is Graeme, and welcome to an early look at Revery Rebirth. Thank you to the developers for hooking me up with a key. Looking forward to checking this one out. I would categorize it as a narrative-driven, turn-based battle RPG that utilizes magic as a form of conjuring the elements. Just kidding. That's not me. I read that straight off of a press kit. Keep in mind that some of the menus and stuff aren't going to be finalized. One thing really cool that they did with this game is that it actually isn't the main storyline. I was kind of like, yeah, how's this going to work? Like, am I going to play through the first hour and a half of the game, something like that? And they were like, nah, it's pretty much going to come down to however much time you decide to invest into things. There's maybe a couple hours worth of content, but it is all side missions. They've excluded the main story from the game, which is so smart. Because then people can experience the demo, and when the full game comes out, you're not like, okay, how much of this have I played before? You can, like, probably pretty easily pick and choose and discern what has and hasn't come up before. Sean, oh no. No, I'll never know how to say the last name. Is it going to be Croy, Crux? I'm going to go with Sean Crux. Just because it's probably the least likely to be true. Hello, Aries. Oh, I got a sweet name. Your friends are over by the lanai. Oh, Sean's not a friend. He just is he's a groupie, maybe. Check out your Rockstar to increase its strength and add on any lucks you find. And lucks are like gemstones and stuff you find for like little buffs, boosters, things like that. Do you guys want to talk about the band? Tilly, do you need a hand? I'm asking her if she needs a hand. She joined the band. Oh, okay, by the way, I've seen some chests around with strange locks. I might be able to make a key to fit those with a song I know. Picking locks with music. Seems like the early days of a criminal enterprise, doesn't it? I can come along if you'd like. Audrey, hop on board. You're in the band. Tell me what non-directly musical thing you can contribute to the band is. Because I didn't even ask what instrument Tilly plays. The roots on this island grow like crazy. Very influenced by the roots, are you? I can burn away some of the dry ones if I use my song. And what about you there? You look like you belong in a completely different era. Save. That's a very confusing name, dude. Save joined the band. If you see any seeds in the field, I can grow them with a song. I thought you were gonna save the game for me. That is a strange name you got there, boy. Oh, look at that. Oh, you can just jam out right in the middle of the, things. I also have a boomerang for some reason. Presumably I can kinda... Oh, maybe these are their different abilities. No, I think these are only mine. These are just the two things that I'm capable of doing. The wind blowing thing and whatever this, like, plant thing is gonna end up being. Oh, good, there is a run option. Well, let's just start bombing around random houses and stuff around town. Luann. Good day, Aries. Luann. Is that a song? Yeah, a classic. I recognized it right away. For this island, at least. I assume it's more iconic when played on an instrument. It really is. I asked one of the other students to play it for me, but he gave me a weird look, like I was losing my facilities. Who was it? I think it started with E? Aaron? Yeah, he's trash. Yeah, let's put down more students directly to the adults. Let's just rat them all out. We'll tear them all down. We'll be the only ones left, and we'll succeed as a band because of it. Could you play it for me instead? Sure. Do you have the sheet music? Music sheet? That's the thing. I don't. I can hum it, but I don't remember the chords. If you happen to see the music sheet laying around, please learn it and play it for me. I'll do just that. Music sheets in this game are very much like a spell book, I guess you could say. You like learn different jams and they unlock different elemental style abilities. Jean's house. What you got going on, Jean? Good to see you again, Aries. Have you been working on your music? Not today. Not so far, just jogging around town instead. Once you learn a song, you don't need the sheet music to play it. You might even get inspiration to write your own tunes. Oh, that's cool. Would it be wholly unique, or do you riff off of the original thing? So if it was like a fireball, you riff off of it and learn how to make like a firewall, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, that reminds me. Weren't you part of the band Revery 20? How did that remind you of that? Just go with it. But were you? I knew some of them, but that's about it. I heard, I'm hiding out on this island because Revery 20 was wanted. You go learn some music, Aries. The front is littered with information about fishing. I want musical knowledge. It's weird when you can't access an area like that. Like, there's something weirdly limiting feeling about when you can't, like, walk into a very open feeling part of a house like that, even if it's not our own house, you know? Juliet, how are you doing, Aries? This is the first character that we, like, auto-walked to. Fine, I suppose. If you're in the woods by chance, could you find me a large portobello mushroom? If you do, I'll teach you how to make mushroom toast. I don't want that. You all are an eccentric bunch. What do you mean? All the teachers on this island. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate everything, but it always comes with a, can you get this first before I teach you? That, Aries, is called field research. So for some reason everyone on the island is a teacher, and they managed to immediately sweep over the idea of fetch quests being repetitive and nonsense. There you have it. The real justification within a game for why those are a thing. I'll go find you that mushroom then. Can I kind of poke around the room a little? Double, toil, and I will throw you in there. Alright, I think maybe I'll peace out. Maybe I'll try and drink this coffee or something first. That's probably about time that we leave. I think that's... Well, obviously there's this big section in the town. Oh, here's another goofy thing that's weird I can't run past. Again, these are little demo things that can easily be fixed up. Ooh, mail. From the developers. Hello, alpha testers. Welcome to Crikes. Wait, so Sean is named after the island? The island's named after his family, maybe? Feel free to look around and let us know if you see anything harmful to your experience. This stand currently doesn't have an attendant, so you won't be able to send any mail yet, but that won't be long away. We hope you have a good time exploring. Oh, that's interesting that they plan to add like a feedback function directly into the game. That seems like it could be useful. This is obviously something I can go into then. The developers, the School of Music, the developers had said go east before north, just kind of for the sake of the demo. The progression, I guess, works out better that way. Wow, there's a lot of doors to go through here. Oh, maybe I'm not allowed to go through all of them just yet. Oh, even these are doors here too. Well, I do like the sense of scale of how much it looks like there's going to be to explore. Can I rob this sheet music? Can I just snag that and immediately learn something? A piece of paper with a wine order is on the podium. These teachers who were trying to take like a lunchtime order of like, oh yeah, I'll take a medium double coffee. I'll take a large 1 cream, please. And then eventually after years of that, they were like, these kids don't even care, and I care even less. Let's just start ordering wine. 2 bottles of red for me, please. I didn't appear to be able to go upstairs. It's sealed with a strange lock. A special key will be needed to open this. Alright, I gotta see if I can figure out how to do this then. If I can jam out hard enough to make that happen. Oh! Only one of them was actually joining the team at a time. That makes a huge difference. Locked, and this one doesn't look like it has a doorknob. Oh, and there's a weird blacked out room going on up there. Yeah, it literally is missing a handle. Ooh, that's interesting. There's a lot of intrigue going on there. I want to know what's going on with the weird darked out room that I can't quite get at. Alright, in that case, Tilly, I want you back in the band. It clearly looks like I have room for 3 people on the team. That time I snuck past Sean. I don't know what that was all about. Yeah, it looks like I have room for more on the team. I guess I just gotta learn how to add more tin resonator, hey? So we can kind of start looking through some of what we got here. Goat cheese restores HP. Goes well with crackers, I'm guessing is what it's about to say. It's weird that it cuts itself off and doesn't scroll. Bracer, simple, well made. Old pick. Let's look at the resonator. A beginner's resonator that is very light. Well, can we build instruments out of some of this stuff, maybe? Is that what it's all for? Okay. One of those functions that I see in lots of games these days where it's like optimize, I've kind of grown to really like that, where it's just whatever armor that you currently have unequipped anyone that would be better, the best statistically, it just auto-equips it. It's a very spoiled feature, I know. A game doesn't need to have it, but when it does feel very nice, and it just makes things easy, I guess. Venturing on out, let's see what we can find when we leave the town of Croix. Marchesa. Marquesa? Probably is more likely. Which one of you did the dagger? Is that the cool new dance everyone's doing? Looks like a child's toy. He did, ma'am. Throwing your teammate under the carriage? Is this true? Did you make this? Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Go outside, both of you. Make a knife that has a chance of damaging a wool dog. I'm hoping it's a little bit more wolf or werewolf than it is just common house dog. I don't want to fight house dogs. Also, funny to see that people are having knives and swords and stuff when we're just going to fight people with the power of music. Hey, Aries, nice to see you. Nice to see you as well. I see you're still having trouble teaching them to make a good blade. It's weird, though. He was so good up until recently. Must be sick. Either way, I have a job for you. Finding you new squires? That would be nice, but not today. Recently, feral monsters have appeared in the small forest to the east. I fear there must be a hole in the old wall. Can you take these bricks and mortar, patch it up, please? That sounds like a thing to do. Not really the best construction worker. Oh, just slap the bricks in the hole and patch it up. It doesn't need to look great. I honestly wouldn't mind if it stayed like that. But I don't want any of the students getting hurt, you know? The weak ones. The pussies. Aaron complained, didn't he? Wow, Aaron's a dud. We're just throwing him under the bus left and right. Like you wouldn't believe. Also, I see you have your boomerang for protection. Use it well. But I want to give you a mouth harp to help scare off the creatures if they get too overwhelming. Ooh, just kind of like an escape or something. Oh, look at that little twangy mouth harp. Very Old West. The empty bar on the left represents how close you are to danger. If you let it fill up, you'll find yourself against an enemy. Before it gets full, play it with the cancel button. It's a unique song to drive off enemies as long as they're not too strong. The bar on the right is the harp's energy. The stronger the monster is to drive off, the more it'll use. Naturally regenerates in non-hostile areas. Really, like the twing, 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 twing just drives things crazy. No one can withstand it. You should have had a kazoo or something. I don't know. The mouth harp's funny. I was going to say bagpipes. Bagpipes get a bad rap. People always rag on bagpipes. I don't think they're that insufferable. I'll go take care of it. Receive the brick and mortar. Go visit the shopkeeper if you need some cheese for the trip, which is, I think, mostly used for healing HP. Shouldn't take long, though, right? No, shouldn't be, but in case you get exhausted. Right, back in a bit. That's probably a good recommendation. That looked like a ladder that would be a thing I could do, but I guess not. But did both of you just go in the same place? Yeah, the door arrangement there is quite peculiar. Oh, was that a chickadee? That sounded very nice. I should go to the shop, though, quickly and probably buy a few extra little slices of cheese. Maybe a whole wheel if we're feeling peckish. Maybe we rob him while we're at it. I probably shouldn't open it. Immediately tried to play my tune. So how do you think you use the mouth harp? I do kind of want to play around with that for a second. I can't seem to activate it. Maybe it has to be in a hostile area. We'll figure it out. Ooh. Okay. I knew I had 500. Everything's a little more expensive than I was hoping. Goat cheeses? Yeah. Yeah, let's just get a handful of those, because it's about the only thing we can. Maybe we grab ourselves a weapon on the way out. Marquesa has so many swords. Can't run through the pond. It looks like there's no danger. We'll be totally fine. Wow. Navigating some of these areas is a little frustrating. That was also surprising. You can't go under the tree. It kind of stands out in the way a little bit. So some of the hitboxes and stuff for this are a little wonky. Something under a tangle of dry briar, but it's too hard to break. Ooh, look at me getting closer to danger. I guess if I had someone else in the band, there's probably someone who said that they were good at like breaking things. I don't really want to spend this necessarily. Oh, okay, yeah, just the cancel button. Yeah, that's simple enough. I didn't really want to spend all that energy or anything. It just seemed like worth learning. This isn't too bad. I should have this patched up in a few minutes. Wait, what's that sound? Something's coming. It was a little bit more of a quick flash of a starting thing. These must be wool dogs. They look cuter than average house dogs. I feel terrible about fighting these things. Are you kidding me? Oh, you went straight for the boomerang. Nice, you got the double hit on him, which was cool. But I did feel real bad about it. Playing was what I could have done instead. All right, let's see what this is. The field scythe, RP is Revery points, by the way. Trace metal in the ground, forms a wicked scythe to attack an enemy. That seems awesome. Well, let's attack the one that hasn't been attacked yet. Oh, she's rocking a banjo. I didn't even look at what her weapon was. I figured I'd attack that other one in case it did like 700 damage or something ridiculous. Oh, so they've both taken about 70 damage, so I really haven't learned much about how much health these things have. Tilly, I don't want to burn through all your stuff, so you can do a regular attack this time. It goes melee with... What did you pick up there and attack with? You obviously didn't swing your banjo. You pulled whatever that is out of the ground. What do you got? This song calls the wind into motion, damaging an enemy with force. I wasn't sure. I kind of thought that maybe the game would have little rhythm sections, and then like the better you played it, like a little short Guitar Hero sequence, the stronger your attack would be. It's kind of neat just hearing the separate little musical sections get played, though. I'll be curious to see how one skill to the next like differs the song, and then that'll be cool when the different characters know different songs. Ooh. Especially if you chose what you wanted to do, and then all the characters did their stuff at the same time, which wouldn't necessarily work because sometimes the enemies will go first. But if they all went at the same time and then like overlap the music, and like if you had complementary skills, like I don't know, something that douses them in fuel, and then something that lights them on fire, if they had like complementary harmonizations going on or whatever, it'd be really cool. Grade S, which I'm guessing is good. Ooh, and I got an Ember Lux. So I can totally work on... I can apply like an elemental skill to something of mine. The Nuna May motif. They both practice the same thing. So for our opening spell, I wonder if we both technically were playing the same small little tune. So that's what wool dogs are. I maintain being a cow person. Or sheep. Anything docile. Well, there's like domesticated dogs as well. The majority of them in the regular world. Nah. It'll be good enough to last until we get off the island. Ooh, we're eventually going to venture off the island, hey? There's a bit of a promise of grand adventure ahead of us that maybe we won't stay here forever. Ooh. Okay, I don't know if that was a random encounter or if I ran into something that was on the map there, but I wasn't ready for it. I don't know what Furorang is. I should try and figure out... I do want to listen to both the tunes and see how similar they sound. I should try and apply the Lux too, just to see how that works. I think those were the same. Oh, so they're playing the same motif then, which is really cool. They're like practicing the same song together. Kind of a cool concept, actually. Oh, look at that experience. Halfway to a new level. The motif is still a ways off, but then does that power up your basic spell? Oh, these look like Stellar's Jays. Sorry, I just get distracted by birds and games. Cygnus Croix, you are still a warrior. Thank you for pioneering this island. Oh, so when that fills up, I get a random encounter. I was waiting to see something physically on the map. I didn't mean to cancel that. Whoops. I was waiting to see something physically on the map indicating that a battle was up and coming, but I see how that works now. The mouth harp is just for bailing, right? A mouth harp is a particular song that drives off beasts, distracts enemies to aid in defense. A worn mouthpiece from Santa Paula. See, I don't know what a bunch... these are... Like, Tilly probably uses that. I looked at what Ares uses before. That's not even the case. Ooh. Switch it up. Much better Reverie with the tin resonator. Okay. I don't necessarily need the optimization thing if you're going to if you're going to use the UI in a convenient way where you're only showing me things that you currently have that you could potentially replace it with. So that's way better. I retract that as being an issue I had with the game, you know? View songs, view compositions. Oh, so that's like once I riff off of the Nuna May motif enough times, I'll kind of have like, I'll be inspired to do my own thing. That's cool. I think that's so dope. The songs, the key is in M and the element is air. And so what does it say when I go to your list then? It's M and the element is metal. So it is a little bit different, but you're both going off the same thing. I wonder... You probably have to equip a separate sheet music for each individual person. Yeah, it specifically says Tilly's. Okay, there's like a lot going on there. It seems really damn cool. I'm going to equip a Lux somewhere. I don't know exactly how that's going to work, but +2 fire with the Ember Lux. And I'll level that up. Oh, I increase Rockstar strength. I have enough points to do that? Oh yeah, there's my Rockstar points up top there. I can unlock an additional Lux slot. No, I don't need that currently. So we could level it up a little bit since we're here playing around with it, you know? Level +1. Level 2, it boosts air. It doesn't do anything at the first level. Alright, we're spending the first set. And Rockstar level up doesn't add anything to anything, really. So the first level of being a Rockstar doesn't do a whole lot of anything, it would seem. I'm gonna do it again, and I'm curious if it improves our Lux or anything like that. Whether or not it's improving things on the board as a whole, I don't really think so. And so Rockstar level is also different from our level, so there is like a lot going on there. Our elemental affinity, our primary element secondary, so fire's not really the best for him. What is Tilly's primary or anything like that? Dyne? No idea what that's all about. But metal is her primary, which is dope. I respect that. Ares was raised by 2 mothers in the mountain city of Furfiel. He becomes bored of things easily and is constantly searching for new types of stimulation. And Tilly, with a warm-hearted disposition, Tilly has spent recent years traveling Carmelium, which is the like island or the continent or whatever that we're on, to help others wherever she may be needed. She wears a red flag as a sash, as a reminder of the battle that claimed her parents. Ooh, dark backstory there, Tilly. Yikes, making me feel real sad about things there. So this is considered a neutral area. I guess you just get to know that by the fact that the harp disappears. So that's something curious. I don't like auto heal or anything just by being in an area like this. No. Maybe the fire? Save. I can save through that, so that's useful. Or cook. A grilled cheese. We have cheese. We don't have any bread, I don't think. Maybe we have one. Oh, that's not a permanent boost, though, is it? An easy meal that adds a hint of comfort to the hard foods of the road. That would be insane if it was a permanent addition, right? We gotta go. Oh, I accidentally just spent some cheese. Okay, that's fine, though. Honestly, I did kind of... I needed to heal up in some way, shape, or form. Can I afford bread? I'm pretty sure I can. I think it was only 100. Yeah. Hook me up with that champagne. Look how expensive the champagne is. Jeez. We're peacing out of here. Thank you for everything. I have no time to talk. I have to go make grilled, delicious, sticky, gooey grilled cheese. I'm gonna gulp it all down. Taste? Delicious. Now, is that... Oh, would it heal me? I've had a meal. So it is like a buff. And I'm guessing that it will be temporary. Just based on how it's set up there. Anyone at the docks? Want to come, like, chill? Want to talk? Let's see what's going on. This game... I've played a lot of like JRPG stuff very recently on the channel, or similar styles of games. I would say this arguably has the most unique art style. It seems like they did decide to do their own thing very much. So going east before north was what they recommended. I see now that it was like very much because it introduced you to the mouth harp and a few other very like basic mechanics and stuff. Oh, growing a seed. I would have to go get save to help with that. I'm willing to take on a battle first before I do that. We got ourselves an Ekans and a Zubat. I think it's just a snake and just a regular little fly. I don't know why we're just fighting like cicadas and snakes. It seems, well, the wool dogs really just look like teddy bear dogs. Like they hardly look like anything. It made me feel real bad. I don't feel as bad killing bugs and snakes and stuff like that. I like snakes. But, ooh, here's something I'm going to try. I am not going to play... I've played equal amounts of music with each character each time, I think. I'm glad they keep missing. I'm going to play with only Ares here. Might as well play one more time, because I'm specifically trying to get him to learn the motif better. And I want to know if Tilly learns it just by being present, or if she has to play it as well to gain that. That was a good amount of regular experience. Yeah, okay, they both separately have to play it and learn it. You can't like learn by just listening. You don't have an ear for it to jam and riff off that sort of stuff, which is cool. Yeah, sorry, I'm switching out for save for a minute at least. I won't switch characters endlessly. He hasn't had a meal yet, so he's kind of behind and he doesn't have as much experience or anything. But what does that have to say about him? His instrument is an acoustic guitar, his weapon is a pepper box, which... Is it a gun? It looks like a gun, Jesus. And his elements are life and water. Save grew up in the northern queendom of Rin. He's a gardener, which is only helped by his ability to grow plants, yes, with his songs. He seems self-effacing, though this is less for others and more for his desire for solitude. Oh, it does fill... It is like a distance thing. It does fill up more quickly the more I run around. Oh, there it is. Okay, and I got a mushroom. Okay, great. I like couldn't line it up properly for a minute there and was worried it wasn't going to work at all. Ooh, wool dogs. Okay, well, I'm going to use a lot of my Revery points because I want to learn that motif enough to level that up. And we'll use some of save stuff here too. Oh, you can see in the top left that it has the meal icon there too. He does use a gun, yes. His briar grows a briar from the ground to attack one enemy. He's playing the same motif there. That's the main thing I was curious about, which is whether or not he would be playing the same exact one, and I want to know what his specific move was. So maybe we switch out characters one more time just to see, read up about her and see what specific things it has to say about her and all that. I want to see what that looked like. It's a little extreme, shooting one of these tiny, cuddly-looking puppies like that. And he just has, like, no hesitation when he pulls out the gun, you know? It kind of wigged me out. Looked like a little much. Did I go twice in a row there? I must have stunned it or something, right? And finish it off with a quick gun blast. Jesus, dude. That's too much. Nice. Nicely done, Ares. And nowhere near. There's so much left to go there. Why did I think that that was progressing so much faster than it actually was? Crap. Do you heal when I switch you guys out is a good question. He's sitting at 50% right now. Audrey, what was your thing, by the way, Audrey? I don't remember. Roots on this island grow like crazy. I can burn away some of the dry ones if I use my song. So they probably block paths and stuff sometimes. I'm switching back to save for just a microsecond. He stays damaged. Okay. I can't cheat the system. The game knew someone was gonna try. I liked hearing that little tune there, little trumpet. Is it? And you got like a scimitar or something, a rapier, and you play the cornet. Primary element is fire and secondary spirit, so I could always give you that lux, but yeah, maybe I will. Audrey's from the western scepter of Sinsa. It's in this warm climate. She was destined for royalty. In her desire for another life, she fled her kingdom to see what else she could become, rather than what she was destined to. Good for you. I think I respect that, actually. Remove? Yes. Okay, pretty straightforward. Oh, and your thing is different. They're all different birds, though, which is neat. I dig that. As a fan of the birds, I do also want to see if I leveled you up twice, which I would be able to. Fire and Spirit and Reverie are all starting to get a boost there. Okay, well, first I'm going to worry about investing stuff like that into... Oh, I must have accidentally just spent some. Did I? Oh no, they have their own individual separate Rockstar points, so I don't have to worry about how I'm spreading it around. Okay, awesome. Yeah, just dump it all in there then. And there's no reason not to. That's great. That's good to learn. Way better. Way better. Okay, let's go deliver that mushroom. It was the same person who gave us the brick and mortar, right? Okay, all taken care of. Wonderful. How does it look? It's good. Just don't look at it until after I leave the island. Fine, fine. At least Aaron will be gone too, then. Here, I meant to give you these before you went. A bark vest. That doesn't really seem that comfortable or that practical. And a bark shield. Oh, great. Thanks. Yeah. Just wonderful. You just yanked that right off the tree just in your front yard there, did you? Yeah, these would have been nice to have before I contended with the aggressive menagerie. Well, hopefully you'll run into some more. Wouldn't that be great? So that was just dealing with the brick and mortar thing. Mushroom, also, watch yourself in the mainland. The beasts grow bigger there. Crap, was that a different character who needed help with that? I think it might have been. It was whoever the first person was sending us out to deal with stuff then, I guess. Which of these is better then? You can have the vest. You only have to worry about one weapon, one instrument, and one armor thing. That's kind of keeps things simple, I suppose. Yeah, very limited decision making that goes into it when it's boiled down to so little. You needed the mushroom? How's the field work coming along? It's done? I keep doing that. I just want to give you the mushroom. Can you just take it, please? Well, then... nuts? I guess I'm not dealing with that just yet. We'll go back north and explore beyond. Maybe I'll find some dried vines for... I'm forgetting her name right now. I'll find some dried vines for her to deal with. You might as well cyclone some more. How am I regaining health and reverie points? Do you recharge at the beginning of every battle? Ooh, firebomb. That sounds super cool. Plus I gave you that Lux for it, so it better be worth it. It did not look that exciting, but it was quite effective, damage-wise. That did very well, actually, so I'll never rag on it again. You did splendidly. And I got a Pebble Lux, in case anyone wants to get their rocks off. Just wants to improve some rock-like skills. Ooh, there's a little trap door in here. And a weird, spooky chair in the middle. A piano? A really deep hole. I can't see the bottom. Weird. I see now. I see now how it is a hole. But I hope everyone else sees how that was not immediately apparent. Oh. I would have to go switch out characters again. It would be much better if I could just have 3 characters on my team. Eventually, I'm certain that you would be able to. It's just something I don't have immediately. The large portobello. Ah, I think this is what Juliet wanted. Gotcha. So it was different. See, I'm obviously not recharging every battle or anything like that. But I'm not actively recharging their health or anything. I did that once, but then not again. I think I'm already getting strong enough to just shred through these enemies to a degree that I wasn't before. Either that or I'm getting really lucky damage rolls. Because, like, this is going insanely well for me. Ooh, look at these weird little crab boys. How's it going? I like them. I want to know what enemy types are called. Is that display on screen at all? Well, he's just not very strong, is he? That was not a very powerful one. Also, how to play jigs, or how to use a Paula jig or whatever, that stuff would be cool. Yeah, I can't actually see what the enemy is called. I would love to know what the different enemy types are called. It makes it fun to be able to refer to, like, a couple of crabulas. I hate when I have to fight a whole bunch of crabulas. I'd much rather fight crick wings. I got nothing. Doesn't matter. I'm sure the game has already given them a name of their own. I don't need to sit here and make poor attempts at coming up with my own. Let's go deliver Portobella. Ah, she comes right to me when you have like a quest thing satisfied. So that's helpful. Meet me halfway. You found one? Whoa, and yes. Or I mean, whoa, because they came running at us like that. Incredible. Handed over large portobello. Come here and I'll show you how to cook it. Ooh, did we get to learn a new recipe? You learned mushroom toast. Yeah, that's what she said she was going to do. That's right, that's right. There you are, mushroom toast. It's such a great meal before walking through the woods, doing mild labor, or whatever else, honestly. Thank you, Aries. I'm gonna miss you and your cooking, Juliet. Well, come back sometime and I'll teach you something else. Take care. That was a nice, simple little quest. And I want to see what it says here that it adds. Plus 50 HP and 5 defense. That's pretty good. Grilled toast and mushrooms. Simple yet savory and satisfying. Sounds great, Tilly. I want you back with me again, and I'm hoofing it to that little trapdoor. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. The chest within the trapdoor, that is. I would like to get to the bottom of that. It's probably not a very deep chest. It would not take a lot of effort to get to the bottom of it at all. Oh! Do you naturally heal and recover things by running around? Maybe the longer you spend in neutral areas, the more you recover? Because I definitely am, like, working my way through here and getting more stuff back between battles. We have some experiments to run to properly test this now, because that seems to be the case. And gee dang, that would make things ever so useful, especially if I was ever stuck in a situation where I still had some charged up mouth organ. Jeez, what was it called? It had its own name. That might have been it. When I have that charged up and I know that I kind of need to bail and not deal with attacks and just just recharge. Oh, nice! Both leveled up, and the motifs coming along nicely. I would love to get that to a place where I can riff off of it within this episode here. So you guys went back to full health because you leveled up. That makes sense. Yep, that's not a lot to go off of there. Some of the hitboxes for interacting for random crap. Oh, those are the dried vine sort of things I could break. I'm quite certain of that. Yeah, it's hard to know exactly where the hitboxes are, so you just kind of start plugging around trying to hope that you interact with it, and it doesn't always work immediately. You received Orlove. New sheet music. Okay, so that feels worth it. I'm gonna throw it on to you. No, it's a song? Is it? How does one equip it? I guess I items? No. Ignore? Ignore? Please don't crash the game. No. Holy crap. I managed to spam buttons, and honestly, I don't really know what I did, but I managed to abort the game from crashing. Something went kind of hairy there. I gotta try and make it back to town and save, and then I'm gonna deal with whatever's going on there. It's like a pretty damn early look at the game, so I was kind of worried something like that might come up. I guess I should have been more save heavy for just such an occasion. That's okay. You guys can just work on leveling up your motifs and stuff in the meantime, which is things I want to achieve anyways. Does this? No, I was curious. If you're running but you're not covering any distance, it doesn't actually add on to your danger bar or whatever it was called. RP is at 26, so I'm going to do kind of a mini lap of things here. Up and down and around. It has not changed. Who the hell knows how it works then? Crap. Crap, the game's trying to crash on me again. Oh no, it aborted the game. Oh, trying to continue aborts the game as well. That save got corrupted. This is like not a public demo, so like there was bound to be some issues with it. Oh wait, well I'm gonna go kind of mess around with some things a little bit here before I completely set the game down. But do understand, I have to go get my mouth organ. Do understand that I have lost all that progress, which is unfortunate. Oh, this would be the dried vine thing that the one character can break through, so I should definitely come back and deal with that then. Oh, I got poisoned. That's a bunch of crap. That's never happened before. Yeah, the poison is quite ferocious. I didn't last very long. It was dealing like 20 damage per turn, so I have succumbed. Now we can see what happens when a character is toast. I got experience. We got a ranking of B. You still get your experience and your motif stuff, so that's nice. And I have one grand old health. Jeez. Oh my god, I think the little circle's underneath us. Like, look, when I'm about to play the blue circle under Ares, I'm gonna play and it'll go away. I had noticed before that at the start of battles, they charge up. And I only just realized now that they deplete and charge back up again to determine who goes next. And so that's why sometimes Ares has gone twice in a row. And I hadn't known what was going on. You can't see the enemies, which is kind of makes things a little bit difficult. So you don't know necessarily which characters have really high speeds and things like that will make them able to attack more frequently. But yeah, that's why that was happening before. I understand now. There at the beginning, you can see how it charges back up again, just as another example. Stop it with the poisoning. This is such garbage. I hate these stupid snakes. I gotta run to, like, a neutral area. Are you still poisoned? Do you take damage while I run around? That would be... You do. You totally do. Someone help me. For the love of goodness gracious, help me, please. Antidote costs 500. Well, I think I'm just gonna have to stay poisoned then. Oh, you totally have like a chest or something back there, don't you? Or a, like a trap door. I can't get back to it. I don't know what to do. I want to check it out. Can I infiltrate the back of your house or something? Crap. I think Ares like needs to drop dead, and then I'll heal him. He probably has to actually collapse and die to get rid of the poison when I don't have the antidote, which is kind of a little bit intense. That feels like maybe too far to take it, but that's all I have to work with, really. Audrey, you're coming with me quickly here. I always want to call her Luann, but that's that other character who was asking us to keep an eye out for that specific piece of sheet music that she cared about getting back. I just wanted to take you with me real quick because I want to see what happens when we blow this wide open. Oh, please be unlocked. Yeah, the Croix mouthpiece. That seems like it'll probably very directly help you. And plus 70, huge, a mouthpiece made in Croix Island with a tight seal and a clean sound. Way better than what you had before. Totally worth it. I wish I didn't have to switch around characters all the time to achieve things like that, because it is pretty cool to do so. Well, I've gotten myself down to 1. I can't seem to actually die outside of battle, so I think I have to let that happen. That looks like an owl, right? So what's your Rockstar representative? Just like a little sparrow, like a pretty nice looking little bird there. Nothing too crazy, like a robin or something calm and quiet like that. Are you ready? Are you gonna make it, dude? Oh man, the way they animated in the mouth there when he's panting looks messed up. You don't even have enough energy to play to master your motif or anything. Yeah, just gonna drop on the spot, eh? Can you revive? I don't know if it goes enough. You can't use it on someone who's fainted. I figured that would probably be the case. Nuts. Oh, she's even taking a knee now. Getting a little messed up. Alright, well, it's all on you, so you better eat cheese and keep yourself alive here. Because you're going to have to kill both these wool dogs. And in the future, I'll run away from them until we get the opportunity to recover for ourselves here. See. Didn't go very well. Ares didn't get very much experience. Oh, he did still. He did still get a decent amount of experience. So does that put you guys back to full health? When he's fainted, that's not good enough to go back to full. That's interesting. It resolves the full health recovery thing beforehand, I guess. So these might not be vines that I can break down using the one particular character whose name has escaped me yet again. Jeez, I'm bad for this. But yeah, it's not something I can do all the time, I guess. Ooh, I'm not gonna open that up immediately because that's when the game crashed before. I kind of pushed that right as far as I possibly could have. Yeah, I'm not gonna open up the music sheet right away until I fiddle around with a few other things here. Alright, I'm gonna strike out into the west side of everything, see what we got going on here. I'll see if I can work on my motif well enough to level that up before I worry about that extra music sheet that I have. Francis, it's much more peaceful than the mainland. I used to have a house in La Troye, and let me tell you, well, the restaurants were nice. I guess that's all he had to tell us. I thought he was going to build off of that thought a little bit. They were nice, but you know, the people were just garbage. Yeah, the restaurants are nice. Nothing else to say about it. This rock has a bore in it, like something was meant to fit here. Something I am guessing I don't currently have at my disposal. Wow, what a poorly organized house. This pickaxe is well made, but it looks like it was never used. Oh, and there's a trap door in this guy's house again. So many trap doors all over the place. But can I not access this one? What about your bongos? A set of well-used drums sit on the floor. I can't raid anything else this guy's got going on. Maybe interacting with this would open that up or something. Why is this guy dressed like a caveman? Or like he made a dress for himself out of... There's a carving of a black-capped chickadee. Oh! Where are these developers from? Because there's black-capped chickadees everywhere where I'm from. Yeah, but I'm wondering if figuring this out on... What was I saying? Oh yeah, this guy looks like he made a dress out of a picnic table covering. That's all I have to say about that. I wonder if you could do something with the growing guy. This entire area is considered like neutral. I'm not activating anything. So the fact that I'm hearing chickadees everywhere. Oh, that'd be cool if you could learn music from the birds. That would be neat, right? That'd be a cool thing. Can I blow this stuff open or anything like that? Crap. Yeah. But I'm hearing chickadees everywhere. Those look like they're stellar jays, which I don't so much have where I'm at, but I don't have to go very far to find them. Maybe the developers are from like British Columbia or something. That seems like it would add up based on what I'm seeing. Oh, is it not a music sheet for me to learn? Is this the one you were looking for, maybe? Did you happen to find the music sheet yet? I guess not. I thought maybe that would have been the one. I thought maybe that was what you wanted. Alright, well, I'm probably going to grind things out just a little bit so that I can learn what happens when I level the motif up finally. Shooting a snake seems like it would be awful hard. You gotta be a hell of a marksman to pull that sort of stuff off. Oh, how close are we getting? It's getting there, it's getting there. Ooh, I have enough to level up to Rockstar 4. So you can see that, I wonder what Revery does other than affecting my RP. Maybe Revery affects the damage that it does, and then every so many points into Revery eventually translates into actual RP. That's kind of my general thinking on things at the moment. Oh, here's something interesting. This Lux contributes fire and dexterity. Is this a better one, or is it because my Rockstar level is better, so it does more for me? What if I tried to equip it to you? No, so maybe some Luxes are just better. Maybe I'm dumb and didn't notice everything that one did before. Oh, look at this skinny little bird. He looks like a little creeper or a sapsucker or something, but his beak isn't long enough for that. I don't know what this little guy is supposed to be, actually. He's cute. No, I tried to open my items because I was trying to heal and I still have that thing in my item. Alright, I should try and take a screenshot of this. Now I know what causes it. It's having that songbook in your inventory. I suspected that before. It's confirmed now. Then you click ignore repeatedly until you're able to exit out of the screen where that song music sheet would be, and then you're good. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be fixed quickly. I do wish I had a proper way to salvage my RP though, because now I'm stuck with none. I basically have to level up until so that I can fill it up naturally that way, so that I can restart using it again to max out that the LRP. What am I trying? The motif is what I'm trying to say. I just thought that this seemed like a good idea, that maybe that would work using this very specific skill. Crap. You can't actually click or interact with these, so I feel like maybe they're just meant to be full-on blockers. Oh, but if I access items from here... Oh, but I only have cheese right now. That's what I'll have to do, though. We're gonna get around this, guys. I have a strategy. Hey, or you just level up a bunch. That's the much simpler way to get there faster. Oh, it's getting so close. Got a proper level for Tilly. Oh, we're like it's almost as close as you can get. I can use it 2 more times, and I think that will be enough to properly level it up. And then we should be able to like riff off of it, improv, and get our own original music going. That's what I'm building up to here. Oh, nope, you one-shotted it with your regular attack. Guess I should have just had you defend or something. Maybe that was still enough? Yeah! We learned Composed the Thief. So we fully learned Nuna May motif, so you can unequip that songbook now. And I could insert a different one into that slot, which is really cool. So now it's fully learned. You know Cyclone forever. You don't need the music sheet. And then I can I can give it to a different character or whatever if they didn't need it. So I'm gonna remove it pretty much because I can. I don't know how to select remove. There we go. There it is. Those are all the different instruments it works with, so everyone's. I guess that's not always the case. This song calls the wind into motion, damaging an enemy with force. But it doesn't always do, it's not always wind for everyone, right? And view compositions. Yes, you would have to learn Nuna May and something else to get whatever the next one is. The Thief, a type Furorang, length 1, key M, cost 4. Ares throws his boomerang and calls the wind to grab an item from an enemy. That sounds kind of cool. And that's the thing that, because I came up with it, because he learned that from improvising and stuff with learning the motif, he automatically just knows. I don't have to teach him that one or anything like that. So that's pretty damn cool. And that's where it comes up. That's what that whole thing is Furorang and all that. So, the Thief, we'll give it a quick whirl in here, and I want to hear how it sounds different. That was neat. That was a cool looking move. In addition to being useful, I didn't actually see if I stole anything. Maybe it resolves that at the end of the battle. I was also trying to hear how it incorporated that motif into it, so we're gonna do it one more time. Dee 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 dee. If it's in there, it's too quick. Oh, and I stole 18 Edel, which I'm guessing is like the currency in the game or whatever. So that I didn't realize exactly what I was making off with those. I didn't see what it was the first time either. I guess I just missed it because I was all worked up and excited. Now I'm not working towards a new motif, and I don't really think I can open it up because then it's going to cause things to crash. You didn't just want the Nuna May or whatever, did you? Did you happen to find it yet? No, sorry, that's the only thing. That's the only thing I've found. Maybe his name's not saved. Maybe he's like Save. Or something like that. I'm gonna start calling him Save. I don't care whether or not that's correct. I thought I would just play around and see what kind of options there were surrounding this guy. Save appears to be unable to contribute to that situation. And I can't equip that other music sheet. Oh, maybe it doesn't work for my particular that character? No. Yeah, I don't know what I can do with that. The music sheet that I found, there's something buggy going on there, so I can't properly utilize it, it seems. Okay, well that was a lot of time spent just to achieve some extra little things, but there was like 1 or 2 things I still wanted to do when the game crashed on me there. I've done about all that I can, I believe. I think that shows off the mechanics of the game quite nicely, sort of some nice, simple, digestible fetch quest style things. How you move around, how battles work, how all the many different ways you can stat up and improve your band and everything, your music, the way you compose things and all that. That's all super, super cool. And we've literally spoiled 0 of the story. So when the game is fully complete, ready to show off. If you guys are interested, I would for sure come back to this and see what else it has to offer. In the meantime, I'll have links down below if you guys want to follow this in whatever capacity that entails. Follow along with the development and, you know, await further updates and everything like that. Maybe a public demo. I'm not sure if that's in the cards or not. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you again soon.